Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Welcome to First Light Cloud Exchange, your cloud solutions center. It is truly our privilege to bring relevant information and the latest and the greatest tidbits from the tech world to you. Over the course of the last couple of months, many of you have reached out to us asking for a provider that delivers an all-in solution. Not just telco and internet, but managed IT, cybersecurity, cloud backup, as well as telco and internet. Well, we're in luck. Today we have one of our premier partners, TPX, in our studio discussing just that. So without further ado, let's get to it. We have Mr. Donald McKelvey and Mr. Joshua Redick from TPX. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Taz.
Thank you for having us, Taz.
Absolutely. Thank you for making the trek and coming out here and speaking to our audience. We really appreciate it.
As do we.
Thank you. So TPX, let's discuss who is TPX and what role does TPX play in the marketplace real quick?
Absolutely. So TPX has been in existence since 1998.
Wow.
We're headquartered down in Austin, Texas. We're a nationwide MSP.
What's an MSP?
Managed service provider.
Yeah. Managed service provider, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so what we do is, we deploy everything from UCaaS to end users, as well as help them with their cybersecurity stance and their position.
Okay.
We manage and deploy the firewalls and any other appliances that required. Maybe it's an SD-WAN, it could be Wi-Fi, access points, and we're going to manage all those for them.
And that's really great. I mean, this is what really got me excited in the first place, and I referred to this in my intro that there's a lot of great phone service provider. There's a lot of internet service provider, but customers are kind of left at the mercy of small mom and pop IT shops when it comes to managing their IT infrastructure, right? And we have received a lot of requests from a lot of our prospects and customers. They are asking for a provider that does everything, not just great phone and internet, but also managed security, cybersecurity, managed IT, everything from Wi-Fi access point, all of that. And TPX does all of these services.
Yes. So out of the portfolio mix that you just elaborated on, we are, again, the one-stop shop for all those services that you just mentioned. We're known as a white glove service provider, meaning we handle the order cradle to grave. In other words, if we sell a UCaaS system.
Which is phone service.
Yes, which is phone service, absolutely. We're not just going to deliver phones to a customer, right? We're going to send a technician out, TPX technician out to the customer site, get the phones up and operational on the internet network and get them ready to go for the customer. The last thing they want to do is worry about their phone system, their network, and we take care of that all for the customer.
Yeah, I was just going to add on. So we are, like I mentioned, we're nationwide, right? So we have POPs, our own points of presence in Boston, Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago, and in LA. Our security operations center, our SOC, is in St. Louis. It's manned 24/7 with over 200 engineers, with over 150 different certifications. So they're watching every endpoint, whether it's a firewall, an SD-WAN box, even a phone on a desk. We're watching and monitoring those 24/7, 365. So the customer, you, Mr. Customer, sitting at home, there's ransomware and all these different cybersecurities. There's new ones every week.
Yeah.
And within these cybersecurity, like within our security centers, we've hired hackers, these guys are professionals.
Yeah.
These guys understand.
Yep. And I'm glad you mentioned the phone and internet, and I'm going to come back to that.
Okay.
But let's discuss the managed IT and the cybersecurity part first, right? Because that really is a very, very hot topic. Every other day we're hearing about small, medium, large businesses of all sizes getting hit by ransomware. MGM Grand out of Vegas, they had to pay $100 million. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but
That's okay.
Oops, it's too late, I guess. So, and sometimes we talk to small customers there, they think that they're immune to cyber attacks, they're immune to ransomware. That is simply not the case. Now, when they're probably brainstorming and they're thinking about protection against ransomware, they're thinking it's big money. Who do they go to? Maybe their current MSP or IT firm is not capable of handling that type of risk and offer 24/7, 365 management, right? That's where TPX comes in. You guys actually have network operations center as well as security operations center that looks at every endpoint. So in your business, the firewall that you have, the endpoint detection and response platform that you have implemented from TPX, all those devices and endpoints are being monitored in real time by your engineers. Those SOCs, Security Operations Centers, are open 24/7, 365. They're open on New Year's Eve. They're open on Christmas Day. They're never closed. Eyes on the glass, right?
Yes, absolutely. And, like we've done a study and, it's been published that smaller to mid-sized companies are 3 times more likely to be a target for a cyber. It's a malicious attack. And they understand, these hackers, cybersecurity professionals understand that these are vulnerable end users, and that's who they target. It's a lot difficult to get into the NASDAQ than it is to get into ABC company that has 10 employees.
Even a pizzeria, right? Pizzeria has 5 people or 10 people, but they got cash. They got credit card. They're taking cash. There's an account. That account is depositing money. The threat actors know this. They are in that environment. They're observing and studying that environment for 285 days. I just learned that on an average, a threat actor stays within your environment for 285 days, and then they monitor all the traffic that is going back and forth through your network. And they're very patient, and that they attack. So how do you fight against that?
Okay, well, the majority of cyber attacks are human error, right? It's caused by me clicking on a link or an email that I'm not supposed to.
Right.
All right, so what we've put forth is IDR.
Let's discuss that. What is IDR?
So it's inbox detection and response. Right?
Okay.
And us as employees, I get phishing emails at least 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. And I know now, I'm trained now, when I look at an email and it says HR, Josh, immediate attention needed. This is legitimate email address, right? It looks legitimate.
With Don's email address, even.
Yeah, something, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And if you click on that, you could be affecting the whole environment.
Yep.
So what I do, there's a little button in my email now, go secure, I click it. That email is quarantined, not just from my inbox, from my entire network.
Yep.
So TPX across the country, that email is quarantined. If it's good to go, we'll get a green light.
Excellent.
No, so us as employees of TPX, we use that product every day.
Yeah.
Whether we're remote with our iPhone or Android device, or whether it's behind your desktop, every day using that product every single day. And we actually, Josh is right. You click on the top right-hand part of your screen. The IDR team gets on the email. Red, yellow, green is the response.
Yep.
Green meaning go ahead, open it. Yellow means use caution, and stop means we're not letting you open that email.
They won't even send it back.
So, as every security expert says, that cybersecurity is like Swiss cheese with a lot of holes, right?
Yeah.
So let's break this down in layman terms and speak in English so that we all are on the same page.
Understood.
TPX has many different layers of cybersecurity products and protections, and I'm just going to briefly mention them. There's, first of all, EDR, which stands for Endpoint Detection and Response, right? That coincides with a managed firewall. Basically, they will be providing a managed firewall.
It's the traffic cop.
It's the traffic
So
cop.
it's looking at any packet that is coming in and out of that network. So that's your first line of defense.
Exactly.
Right?
Right. That gets into your environment. And then also at every desktop and laptop, which are endpoints, they also have an agent which protects that particular device. That's on the hardware level. And on the software level, you have inbox detection and response, which is what they were talking about. So every email, if there's an attachment with the email, or if you find that email to be suspicious, you're not too sure, you can send that email for inspection. And then the inspection will come back with either green, red, or yellow.
And it's also intelligent enough to give me a warning. Like, so if I get an email, I don't get an email from this person a lot. It says, this is an external email, but you don't receive a lot of emails from this individual. It's in red. So boom, right away I'm thinking,
use caution.
Let me look. Mm-hmm. Is this the right email address? Is everything kosher?
Well, I'm sure you guys have also gotten this. I know I have. Did you guys ever receive an email that says, you just got a raise? Please open this attachment to accept your raise and new position. You got a promotion. Congratulations, right?
Yeah.
Those emails.
And along with this product comes basically it's an internal training mechanism where we'll send emails that are fictitious to the customer or your end user. We'll send the emails to the customer. They are fictitious. It's a training mechanism.
So at the bottom of my laptop or whatever device I'm on, I have an icon that goes secure. I can click on it, and I can see how many emails I've submitted.
Sure.
Which ones maybe I should have submitted but didn't.
Sure.
Like, hey, maybe you should be a little bit more.
I want to move on to other stuff
Sure.
since we have a time constraint here.
Go ahead.
How is TPX managed IT and cybersecurity different from, let's say, Joe's IT shop?
Well, obviously, we're size and scope of us, right? So also our experience and we're innovative, right? So technology is changing daily, right? So we don't want to have any technology obsolescence for us as a provider, and obviously for our customers as end users. So we're always, we're looking at everything, right? So now AI is a big thing. So we have a whole team looking at that. So we're looking at what, more, in advanced solutions as they come to market.
So you're talking about mostly proactive monitoring,
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
So, I mean, I'm sure Joe's IT shop is doing a good job, but again, they go home at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and they're closed on major holidays. TPX never is closed, once again. And that's the differentiator here, that you're trusting a nationwide carrier with your assets that are being protected, managed, and monitored 24/7, 365.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, any customer can go out and deploy SNMP monitoring, simple network monitoring protocol.
Right.
They could, when they log on, they could see how much bandwidth utilization they're using and things along those lines. We take it to obviously the next step, right?
Got
so
it.
we have 150 cyber engineers in our SOC, our Security Operations Center, that are, with all those certifications I mentioned, they're watching every pane of glass.
I want to talk about UC, Unified Communications, and Internet also. Because we are bringing in TPX in the environment, you can also take over the telecommunication part, as well as primary, backup, tertiary Internet circuits, bring them onto one platform, create an active fail-safe, give almost close to 100% guaranteed uptime?
Yes.
Guarantee you 100% uptime, yes.
What differentiates us from the competition is, so you mentioned internet, you mentioned UCaaS, Unified Communications. We are one of the only carriers out there that is able to bundle the solution and create one bill for the customer. You're not going to get a bill from
phone,
for your
internet,
phone.
Verizon,
Cable
etc.
company, so on and so forth.
So we are able to do that along with SD-WAN, along with your cybersecurity, along with your IDR, and bundle it and put onto one bill for the customer.
So on that internet part, right?
Sure.
Let's say a small customer, you could bring in a Verizon Fios circuit.
Correct.
And a Spectrum cable circuit under TPX banner, deploy them onto that SD-WAN platform, give you link aggregation, bandwidth aggregation, and active fail-safe, all on one platform.
Exactly. And also what we do is we do deep packet inspection, so SSL. So when you go to a website, we're encrypting that communication between, let's say it's Google, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So that's another level of security.
Excellent.
Because you can be hacked through
Absolutely.
an event like that. There's malicious attacks, and you have to be aware. And that's what we do too. We help train them. When we deploy like the IDR, we let them know, hey, look, 90% of these mistakes are made by humans.
Right. All right. We only got 2 more minutes, so I got to touch on a couple of quick things. Number one is, you were just telling me something really exciting before we started, that you're offering a CTAP promo, which is...
It's a cyber threat assessment program.
Cyber threat assessment program. It's a $5,000 value. We have a golden ticket. If you get one of these golden tickets, these folks will come to your site, install a device which will monitor all your traffic, do a full analysis, and it will give you a report.
So what we'll do is, and we're not invasive, right? We're not going into their network and we're not looking at their traffic. What we're doing is basically capturing the logs, right? So look, in the report is very extensive. It's 30-page report. Who's online, what sites are they going to, any blacklist sites, things along those lines. So it's looking at the applications, what's utilizing bandwidth, and also where end users are spending
So how
their
long
time.
are you running this promo?
For 7 of the promo itself? I
For
don't believe we have an end date at this
It's ongoing.
point.
It's ongoing,
Yeah.
so we just the customer needs to have that ticket to get
Yes.
this. Great. So please give us a call, send me an email to see if we can get you started on that. Last point I want to discuss is, what is your perception on working with First Light Cloud Exchange? I know that our customers really depend on us to go on site, deploy the entire system, and manage that. But from a carrier's perspective, any thoughts?
I will tell you that working with you and your organization, one of the more professional organizations that we work with in the market space. And
Thank you.
Josh and I cover the entire Northeast. So from New York, New Jersey, metro area, all the way up to New England. One of the more professional IT consultants that we're working with today in the market space.
Thank you. And
I'd like to add something. I mean, you and I go way back, so we've worked together for quite a while. You know, from Tiffany and Iris, you know, what they do for the company as well, they're engaged with every deal that comes in the door.
Right.
Peter, obviously, deploying the phones on the desks. So opposed to us being that white glove treatment and that one back to Pat as a provider, you guys hold hands as well throughout the whole process. And then you don't go away when it's over, right? The bill goes and you guys are still relevant.
Let's translate that to actionable business result, right? So every account that we brought to TPX for the last 8-9 years, we did not lose a single account. And that's because we offer that proactive management on all our services. Our customers rely on us to fix any problems, and that's why, as a result of that, TPX is seeing much higher customer satisfaction.
I mean, customer churn is a big focus for us. What we want to do is ensure that we grow with that customer. We want to continue to be that innovation, technology provider for them. We don't want to have no technology obsolescence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way if BroadSoft comes out with a new revision, we pass it along for free. If there's additional training needed, we provide it.
And that's the benefit of having a managed service and managed platform. You're not being nickeled and dimed for every little upgrade, every little downloads. It's all included. And the best part is a partnership between First Light Cloud Exchange and TPX brings you the best available products and the results. So gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in. We really appreciate. And Josh, you and I, we're going to be out on the field.
We are.
Probably you will see this duo a lot coming to an office near you or to your office and discussing cybersecurity and managed network services. Thank you for tuning in.